Bonjour fragrance lover, welcome back to my channel. I'm happy to meet you again today to talk about a fragrance brand that I discovered recently. So this is, I thought this was going to be nice to share with you a new brand that I started to get to know. And yeah, the brand is called Le Jardin Retrouvé, the garden that you find again. That I've been trying them and what I think about some of them. I will reserve you some surprise and I will tell you which is my favorite, which is going to be a bit like a surprise, I think. So the brand's been created in 1975 by Yuri Kudzats. I hope I pronounce it well, I'm not too sure. Yeah, 1975, so that's what I like about like a French house, not really French, whatever they come from, but is that you've got an heritage behind, there's an expertise behind, it doesn't come like suddenly like this. This is the only thing I don't really like about niche fragrance nowadays. They don't have this, some of them don't have this background, you know, and that's what I like to share usually. So Yuri Kudzats, his dad was an alchemist, so you can see the connection with ingredients and things like that. This man, he wanted to basically like have a complete creativity, freedom, and he wanted to use the finest ingredient in his fragrance. 2016, the son of Yuri, Michel, been reinventing the brand with his wife Clara, and that's some of Clara's recreation that I'm gonna experiment, so I'm quite excited about that. Basically the themes inside of that is nature and comforting. Something to explore your secret garden, something that is connected to the environment, which I thought was really interesting. So it's a bit out of my comfort zone because you know me, usually I like oriental, bold, something very luxurious, but this is something a bit different, and that's why it's nice for me to try that. Yuri, so the daddy of the brand, was actually vice president of the Société Française des Parfumeurs, so it means the Society of the Perfumers in English, which is something that is really great actually. So you can see there's a proper background behind that, and he basically left some notes for his family like to take over, I think, his heritage. And it's all about delicacy of the ingredient, poetry, something very like, I don't know, when I smelled the fragrance I was really surprised how it can make me travel somewhere like in my imagination. Well, I'll show you that after. And yeah, they pick the ingredient themselves as well. They take those ingredients from small suppliers because they're independent, as I said before. The bottles are refillable, and they come in recycled fabric for the packaging, which is, I think, amazing, and we all need to take care of our planet. So if you want to know more about Le Jardin Retrouvé, I invite you to go to lejardinretrouvé.com. So it comes in a little packaging. This is like a recycled fabric, so I was like actually like nicely surprised because I think for me the packaging needs to be in adequation with the fragrance. So we all talk about nature, gardens, and it's coming recycled, so that's a nice thing. So this is all my samples. So I'm gonna retry them again. There's some that I didn't try, so I'm gonna show you the first one. Comes with that little card that is really cute. Bonjour Clémence, we are delighted to share our perfume with you. We hope you fall in love with them. Fragrant wishes. So one of the first one that I tried is called Eau de Délice. So Eau de Délice by Yuri Kudzats. So this is an eau very fresh, basically. Let me just take my little blotters. So Eau de Délice makes me think of like a classic eau de cologne, you know, this kind of like fresh vintage scent that, I don't know, for me I used to smell them in my grandma's house. Every time I come to see her, she's giving me like a massive bottle of eau de cologne. Well, this makes me think a lot of that, except, I don't know, there's something a bit candid behind, a little bit warmer. It's not just all about citrus, and it also, like, when I close my eyes, I don't know, I can really picture a garden, fresh, but something quite comforting, warmer inside. So it said that it's a harmony of lemon and bergamot, and I think that's why I said candied. There's mandarin, and mandarin gets that cocooning candied effect. So that really made me think of that. Then some lavender. So this is really soothing. So the first time I smelled it, I thought, oh, I want to wear that on a day off to really like, especially in London, we're all very stressed. So it was actually like really nice. I think that's one of my favorite. It's really like captivating. And longevity, I have to say, I've tried them all during a few days on my skin, not all, but yeah. And they stayed really long on my skin, so I think the quality of ingredients makes a difference. So that's Eau de Délice. I really recommend it if you like something like very vibrant and energetic. Oh. Next one, again one of my favorite, I think, you know, it's called Tuberose Trianon. And I love tuberose, you know, this is the most fragrant flower in the world, and I really love those fragrances usually. So let's have a spray of this one to remind me. I've used a lot, as you can tell. I didn't want to use the end because I love it. So this is the opulence of femininity for me, Tuberose Trianon. It smells like Versailles. Do you know, like a very like aristocratic tuberose, but at the background there's something like very green that makes me think of something wild. So kind of nature, but very elegant. I would probably wear that in the evening more, even though it stays quite fresh. So there's a lot of ylang ylang. Ylang ylang is one of my favorite flowers as well. So the two combined together create like something very solar. And there's a touch of raspberry, which I was really surprised because usually I don't like red fruit inside, and this one couldn't really smell it. That's why it's a bit daytime as well. But if you love tuberose and if you want something like feminine but a bit like, you know, like I'm a bit... This is nice. I had another one that is again one of my favorite ingredients. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what kind of ingredient I like. This is sandalwood sacré. So sandalwood sacré is not the usual sandalwood you would smell. You know, sandalwood sometimes very creamy, very round. It's not very sharp, rude. It smells a bit like comforting. Well, this is something different, which I... Oh! So sandalwood sacré makes me think, okay, I love that. I think I'm gonna spray it on the skin because okay. So sandalwood sacré, what is nice about it is it's got a green chypré undertone. So you know this vintage quite fragrance, you know, patchouli, moss, musk, coriander, petit grain. So it's quite spicy as well, which make it very nice. So it's not your creamy sandalwood, it's your spicy sandalwood. Smells like, for me, do you know when you go to this store, not second-hand store, but you know, you want to buy furniture, but vintage one, very like wood, quite baroque, what I like. It smells like that inside, and it made me travel into that. So I love this one. That I would wear it every day. Every day. It's got a lot of character as well, which is really interesting. You can really smell the ingredients separately. So when you have ingredient that not as good quality, you smell like a mess. It's a mess of ingredient. You can't smell anything. This, I can smell. Oh, I can smell the coriander, very spicy. I can smell a bit sharper top notes, and then going to dry down quite woody, but still very sharp sandalwood. Yeah, so that's why I'm smelling like this fresh undertone. There's orange blossom at the top. But yeah, if you like some vintage kind of fragrance, a bit like cozy but a bit sharper, this is really nice. This is something I would buy. There's Cuir de Russie. This one in English, the name is Russian Ballet, which I think is a really nice name. It's like a leathery but dancing. So Russian Ballet, I liked it. Very leathery, top notes again, like very fresh. So that's the main thing in Le Jardin Retrouvé. You get this freshness, this go out, I'm going to the garden, sunny kind of vibe every time. Even if it's strong ingredient like leather, you can feel that. Yeah, no, I do love it. I was like, oh, I'm not too sure, but no. It's got violet undertone, so you know leather with violet. So if you like iris, those kind of tone, like a bit powdery, you might like that very much. So there's cinnamon as well, so it smells a little bit like Christmas for me. Yeah, I would wear that winter time, like to have something warm. Then there's one that I didn't try because I chose by the name. I knew that the first ones I was gonna love them, but this one I was not too sure. This is Citron Strawberry. Just my personal taste. I'm not a fan of anything that is got lemony, like strong lemony, because it's too sharp for me usually. I like when they're blended, but not when there's too much. So this is the first time I'm spraying it, so let's see how it goes. Oh, that's not, oh, okay, I can definitely smell this lemon, citron, but it smells like a candy. It's sharp, but it smells like velvety lemon. It's like a little symphony in the morning. Okay, I'm going crazy now. Italian lemon, black pepper and cloves, galbanum, petit grain, bitter. So it's quite like spicy at the ends. And I can definitely smell the cinnamon. But it makes me feel of a cinnamon. Do you know the cinnamon we put in the orange? Oh, it's nice. It's like my mom used to put those orange at the window with some flowers that smell like this. Oh, it brings back so much memories. I do like it. I don't know if I will wear it myself, but if you like lemony, it's really interesting. Next one I didn't try is Rose Trocadero. Just because I'm not a fan of rose usually. This is not my personal taste. Like, I don't like very rosy fragrance. I like when rose is mixed again with ingredient, but not when it's like very rosy. But I've got good, I think, good expectation about Le Jardin Retrouvé, so I might be surprised. No. But don't take it personally, it's just me. I'm just not a fan of rose, like. Oh, but there's a green undertone to that. It smells like galbanum at the back. Lavender. Ah, so that's not this very, like, it smells like a vintage rose, definitely, like very vintage rose. I don't know, like, if you picture this, but it's not that very sweet rose, it's not that the vintage earthy green rose. It's very funny because my grandmother, she's got like flowers like in her garden, and she's got some roses, and it smells like that when I was picking the flowers. That's a really good thing, like to actually kind of like make you travel with nature. And I'm usually not really like the best thing for nature, but this makes me travel. It's not my favorite because it's the rose, but I can feel the lavender, and I would probably put that to sleep. It's really soothing. And finally, my favorite one of the brand, and the one I've been wearing too much this week, and I was like trying to keep the juice inside because, you know, the samples are quite small, so I was like so sad. And I was surprised because I thought my favorite would be Sandalwood Sacré, which I love, absolutely love. Oh yeah, it's beautiful on me. My heart, Sandalwood Sacré, literally. Oh, I think that's still my... Oh, I don't know which one to choose. Okay, which one? I don't know. So, one of my favorite is called Verveine d'été. So, usually I'm not a fan of Verveine, you know, in perfume like L'Occitane, Verveine is used a bit like more masculine, and I was not too sure about that. Well, I'm going to spray it on my skin actually. And the first time I sprayed it, oh my god, look at what is inside. Oh! I don't know why it does that to me. It's like I'm in a wild garden with white flowers everywhere. I'm with a white dress, very fluid. I'm just hanging around like Snow White, like that's what I'm doing. It's just beautiful. Basil, lemon, bergamot, verbena, oak moss. Even when it was very cold, I was like wearing it just because, I don't know, it's just so relaxing. It makes me travel. I was in the bus, spraying that, putting my music on and feeling this aromatic kind of vibe that it was so relaxing before going to work. So relaxing. I can smell all the ingredients separately, literally the fragrances. Yes, so my conclusion about it, my two favorites are definitely Verveine d'été, Sandalwood Sacré. I mean, I'm in love for them. I'm absolutely in love for them. In the website, you have some discovery like kit as well. So you can definitely like get someone. I think I've got a code as well that I put on the screenshot if you want to have like a discount. I think I do still have that. Yes, I was really like thank you to the brand because I love the fragrance and I'm so happy to make you them discover, and I hope if you try you're not going to be disappointed as much as I was not. Oh, that's Sandalwood Sacré, oh my god. Yes, it's just, you feel the quality, you feel the finest ingredients, you feel the passion, and you feel all this DNA that are all linked together. So yeah, I just loved it very much. So yeah, I hope you will do actually. And thank you for watching again. Please like the video if you liked it, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and you can hit the little bell if you want to be the first to see my video, and follow me on Instagram as well if you want to see a bit more about any other fragrance, because I don't put everything on YouTube. I just wanted to put something special for today. So thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.